Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. Rabbana zidna ilma. Allahumma faqihna fid din. Allahumma inni as'aluka ilman nafi'a wa rizqan tayyiba wa amalan mutaqabbala. Ameen ya rabbal alameen. So here we are with our session number 97. And let's do a quick review before we learn more about surf, inshallah. Okay. So here, the first question that I have for you is, okay, al-hal describes the state or condition of file or maf'ul. Al-hal only describes the state or condition of file or maf'ul. It only describes how action was done. True or false? Barakallahu feek, right? We have learned al-hal in Jumla Ismiya as well, right? Jaza'uhu naru jahannam khalidan fiha, right? We have seen that you can see it describing other than maf'ul and fa'il. It can describe naibul fa'il as well, right? So keep that in mind. In our last session, we learned surf is a study that deals with connection between the words, true or false. What do you think? It's a study of connection between the words or an individual word. So it's false. The study that deals with connection between the words is called nahu, that we have been doing, right? And some will say that surf is a branch of nahu, okay? And I'm not exactly sure where they're coming from, but surf is basically the study of individual word itself, okay? So the next question is, surf is the study that deals with the word pattern or form or structure. True or false? It's true, right? You will look at the word form, word structure, or the pattern, how the word is spelled as, right? So it's basically you can, in simpler words, you can say the surf is a study of spelling of the words, right? How the word is spelled. Words that are surfable are called mushtaq. Good job. And words that are not surfable, they remain fixed. They are fixed. They are jamid. Barakallahu feek. They are jamid. Very well done. So let's quickly review whatever we were trying to learn. And so you already have, pretty much understood the types of words, right? There are two types that we are going to mainly deal with. One is jamid, one is mushtaq. I'm not going to go into jamid words. We are going to, because since we are learning surf, we will stick to surfable words, which will be the mushtaq words, okay? So when you look at a word that is mushtaq, for example, nasirun, you will see that this word, you will consider two things about the word. One is going to be the content of the word, okay? So what do you think about content? When it comes to the content of nasirun, what comes to your mind? If I ask you what are the ingredients of nasirun, what comes to your mind? Give me a rough idea. What do you think? What can be the content? Very well done, Aisha. I'm very proud of you. Yes. Noon Sod Ra should be in your mind. Like, the content, what is the content that is right there? Nasir, Noon Sod Ra is the main content, right? So the main content, which is also called root or al-jazr, that is one part of a mushtaq word, okay? And that is going to be mainly the root letters of the word, okay? For example, if I give you a word like mukhbirun, what is the content of mukhbirun? Khabara, khabar. So that is going to be the root letter is the main content of the word. Now I can take this root letter And I can put it in different molds. Okay. For example, if I take water and I have a mold that is made up of square shapes, what will be my water looking like? It will be square, right? Square. If I put it in a mold that is rectangular in shape, what will be the shape the ice is going to take? Rectangular shape. It will turn out to be rectangular cubes, whatever. Okay. So whichever mold I'm going to put in, the word, the root letter is going to take the shape of that. Okay. Keep that in mind. Keep that thought with you. Okay. So the main content of any mushtaq word is the content of a mushtaq word are its root letters that are also called jazr. Okay, jazr. The word is written in Arabic al jazr. Okay, keep that in mind. Then comes the container. Okay, so whichever container I put my root letter in, it's going to take its shape. For example, let me show you here. I have a container called fa'ilun. Okay. And if I have to put my root letters, ha, mim, dal, in this container, in this container, this is going to take the shape of fa'ilun. Here, I want you all to remember these kalimas, most of the words in Arabic are made up of how many root letters? That you, most of the words that you see, how many root letters are there? 3. So concern yourself mainly with 3 root letters at this stage. And later you will learn Rubai. That's not too far, but focus on 3 root letters for now. The first root letter, in Arabic, you will use a term for that is, the term that you are going to use for that is going to be Fa'ul Kalima. What is the term that is used for first root letter? Fa'ul Kalima. The second root letter, the term used for second root letter is going to be Ainul Kalima. The third root letter, the name for it should be pretty obvious now. Lamul Kalima. So in case of Hamidun, that you already gave me, you put it in the container fa'ilun, and you told me that the mole is going to form a word that is Hamidun. So what is the lam kalima in Hamidun? What's going to be the lam kalima in Hamidun, my dear sisters? Dal, right? And what's going to be the faul kalima in Hamidun? Fa kalima is ha, right? And the ain kalima is going to be me. Everyone understood this so far? Easy? Now I want you to put ha mim dal in a mold called maf'ulun. I want this word to go in this mold. Who can do that? And we are going to come there, my dear sister. Mahmudun. I want everyone to answer. You have to put your hamim dal into container called maf'ulun, into container or a mold called maf'ulun. So Aisha, look here. I have to put ha mim dal in maf'ulun container, right? So what I'm going to do is, where is my fa kalima? This is my fa kalima, right? Fa kalima will go where the fa is. So my fa kalima in ha mim dal was ha. So I will put it in the place of fa. I will put mim in place of ain because it was my ain kalima, right? It was fa kalima, ain kalima, and lam kalima. So the same spots where your fa kalima should go, put your ha there. The same spot where your mim kalima should go, ain kalima should go, put your mim there. And where lam should go, put lam there, right? So now, the question remains now, the question is, Sister Rana just asked, where is this alif coming from? Where is this, now the question will also be where this meme coming from or where this waw is coming from. That will be the part of container. Okay? That will be the part of container. It is not the content. It is the part of container. And you will see multiple different containers now. Okay? They can have some, they will have different parts, there. But your word should work the way it is working right now. You are going to put your fa kalima where fa should go, your ain kalima where ain should go, and your lam kalima where lam kalima should go. Your first root letter should go where the fa is, your second root letter will go where ain kalima is, and your third root letter is going to go where your lam kalima is. I'm going to give another, example, and that may make it easier for you. Okay. Let's see here. Let's take these root letters. Yes, meme and waw are the part of container. Yes, meme, waw, and alif in the first example are the part of container. Okay, they are not the content. Okay, so here ra, ha, meme. So this is your content. I want you to put this in container fa lanu. Can you put it there? Everyone? Barakallahu feek, my dear sisters. Rahman. So I want everyone to type. You have put ra in the place of the first root letter, which is fa kalima. You have put ha in the place of ain kalima, which was the second root letter. You put your meme in the place of lam kalima, which was the third root letter. And what are the parts of container? What are the not the part of content? What is the part of container here? Alif, noon, right? It's not only noon, alif is there too. So these two are the parts of container. Alif, noon are the parts of container. Okay. So let's do another example. Ghain, fa, ra. And I want you to put this ghain, fa, ra in the mold called fa'ulun. Fa'ulun. You will know it. Ghafur. With practice and practice and practice, you will learn that ra is a word that cannot be extra. Ha is a word that cannot be extra. Meme is the word that cannot be extra. But there are certain letters that can be the part of containers, and these are mostly your alifs, your noons, your tas, your wows, your yas. Huh? Sister Ranas, are you with me? So you will learn, you will take the number one, you will take the letters that are sahih, like ghain, fa, ra. And then you will see if there is any letter that cannot be, that does not, that can be extra. That can be extra. That is there just for mubalagha. That is there to tell the intensity of something. So rahamim, among these three, raham, that these are important ingredients of this word Rahman. They cannot be extra. They Alif and Noon probably can be the part of container. So that way you will know that you have to say that root letters are Ra, Ha, Mim, and the rest is the part of the container. Yeah, Alif, Noon are the part of container. Ra, Ha, Mim are the content. Clear? Here in the last word we put Ghain before fa. No, we are not. Because Ghain is the first letter, right? It is my fa kalima. It is my fa kalima. It's my first root letter. The first root letter is equivalent to fa kalima of the container. The second root letter goes to, and it can be any. It can be any. You don't change it. You cannot say fahurun. No, it can be fa kalima. Think of it as the first root letter. Ain kalima as a second root letter. So second root letter goes to your ain kalima, which was fa, and then comes your third root letter, which goes to lam kalima, which was ra, goes to lam kalima, and from there you got ghafurun. Is it clear? Okay. So let's go back and see the main. Where is my thing? Okay. Here it is. Okay. Okay. So the container is like a frame in which the contents sit. Did you notice how everything sit on that container? When I put and how we put ha mim dal on fa'ilun, how we have put ha mim on fa'alanu, and how we have put ghain fa ra on fa'ulun, right? So in any word, anything aside from the root letter is the part of container. Okay. When it comes to the container, we have what we call family albab. Okay. You will see your words will belong to a big group of words, and that big group of words is going to be called albab. Okay, or bab. You may have heard some people saying babe, if'al, babe, mufa'ala, something like that. But if you're not familiar with that, don't worry about that. In English, we can I can tell you some numbers, and you just go by numbers, and then later on, if you want to, remember the names, that will be fine too. But in the beginning, don't stress over, that you have to know the names of these families. Each word that is surfable will belong to a certain family. Okay, it will belong to a certain family, and then you will see how things go from there. And each family will have certain members in it, and those family members are going to be called a siga. Do you ever hear me telling you what is the siga of this word? Right? Azra very much familiar with, because she has been doing that with me for a while. So, but sometimes when I give you a word, like ism fail harf, and I sometimes expect you to tell me the sigha of ism or fail, right? That whether it is fail madin, if it is fail madin, if it is ma'loom or majhool, or if it is mudare or whatever, or failul amr, everything, and then we go on to find out other things about that word. So the family member is going to be called a siga, and let's see how we are going to go about these families. Okay, we have done this practice, right? So the first root letter is going to be called, what is the name for first root letter in Arabic? What are you going to name your first root letter? Faul kalima. The second root letter is going to be called Ainul Kalima. The third root letter is called Lamul Kalima. It's easy. It's not, if you don't, just to give you an idea, just how you are going to go by these words. This just is giving you an idea. Your first root letter of any word. For example, if I give you a word jihadun, what is the first root letter? What is the fa kalima in jihadun? Jim. What is the ain kalima in jihadun? What is the lam kalima in jihadun? It's the third root letter, right? Easy, easy. Don't worry about, ain kalima. If that is hard, forget about that as well. But try to, learn this, because this will come in handy in future, okay? So faul kalima is going to be the first root letter, ainul kalima, second root letter, lamul kalima, third root letter. That is that. Okay, then comes the family members. Every family that we are going to learn in the next few days is going to have 10 family members. Just like you remember your cousins, your aunts, your khalas, your mamus, your mamis, and your chachis, you need to know their names, right? Or don't you just call them auntie, 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 or uncle, uncle, uncle? You have some, some title. You give them some title. Auntie, uncle is also fine, but all have been given a certain title. So in your family, in your families that you are going to learn from now onwards, there will be 10 family members. Okay, you will have 10 family members. Not every family will have exact 10, but majority will have all 10. Okay. So the name for the first family member is going to be Al-Failul Madi. Have you ever learned it? Yes or no? Or we forgot about it? We have learned Al-Failul Madi, right? The second member of the family is going to be called Al-Failul Mudari. And I'm not going to number it. There will be another member that can be Al-Failul Madi, Mabni lil Majhul, which is your passive. Then there can be another member, Al-Failul Mudari, Mabni lil Majhul, which is your passive for present tense. Then there will be a Failul Amr. And Failul Amr is a term used for what? What's the English for Failul Amr? Command. And then is going to be Failul Nahi. And Failul Nahi is your La plus Mudari Majzoom. La along with Mudari Majzoom in second person is going to be your Failul Nahi. Have you ever learnt about it? Did I ever go over Failul Nahi? Yes, we have done it several times. Your La Nahya with Mudari Majzoom is your Failul Nahi. Then comes your Ismu Fa'il. This term is, you have learnt about fa'il, but this is very special fa'il. This is not your regular any ism with dhamma. This is different. Am I making any sense? This family member will have a special spellings. For example, Samina ate cake. So who is the doer? Samina is the doer. If I give you a sentence like teacher taught students. Teacher taught students. Who is the doer? Give me definition of teacher. What is it? How do you define a teacher? One who teaches. One who teaches. There is a specific doer of an action, one who teaches. So there's a specific spelling of a teacher. ER at the end. Does it tell you that it's talking about a person who teaches? Yes or no? Dancer dances. Bad example, but I have to give it right now. I have to get my job done. So whatever it takes me, I sometimes, do it by hook or crook. Okay. So my apologies. So dancer dances. So dancer. Does anything in this word tell you that this is a person who is doing an action, who is the doer? ER at the end of the word. gives you identification that this is the person who does something. Singer sang beautifully. When you looked at the spelling of singer, what comes to your mind? A person who sings. Yes or no? Similarly, the producer did this and this. So ER at the end of producer, the producer gave a beautiful speech, for example. So ER tells you, what is this producer guy? He's the person who is, involved in production, right? Doing the finances of some project. Make sense or no sense? Your file is going to be like that too. For example, Nasir. What do you understand by word Nasir? Give me meaning for Nasir. Helper, a one who helps. Hamid, Hamim dal, to praise. Hamid, Hamid. Give me the definition for Hamid. One who praises, right? Let's do another one. Shakir, one who's thankful, who thanks, right? Who gives thanks, right? Who's thankful. A word like let's do it. It was just there in my mind in this. Qatil, qatil, one who kills. So all these words, when I gave you qatilun, hamidun, shahidun, ghafirun, hamidun, rahimun, rahimun, one who is merciful. All these words, they are doing something. Yes or no? You all agree or no? You will look at the spelling of the word and you will know what is this word all about. If you look at the word structure and you are able to figure out what this word is about, that specific word is your ismu file. So when I said Samina eats, Samina is also doing the job of eating, but is she fitting the bill that is required for file? Yes or no? She is going to be file, but she is not going to be ismu file. Okay? She is going to be the file of your sentence, but she is not going to be your ismu file. Your ismu file is going to be of a very specific spellings. Remember that thing for now. Will you all remember this? Because I'm going to ask in your review next time that what is the difference between file, and file can be Musa, Isa, file can be Muhammad, any word can be file. But ismu file is going to be of a specific spelling. Okay? Yes, and it can be fa'ilun, and then we will learn different spellings for different families. Okay? But the knowledge of surf is going to tell you that every time this word, every time you are going to come across the word, you will know that this spells like ismu file. That is why you are learning what you are learning here today with me. Okay? That you look at the word and you know that this is ismu file, this is ismu maf'ul, this is ism zarf. Okay, so ism maf'ul is what is the meaning of maf'ul? What have we learned about maf'ul? One who is done to, right? Who receives an action, receiver of an action, right? A receiver of an action, or a detail, or a receiver of an action. Think about it as a receiver of an action right now, because we have just learned doer of an action. So just to make things clearer, I think it will be better if we think of it, this word, as a receiver of an action. It will make sense. Hamidun, one who praises. Mahmudun, mahmudun. If it is maf'ulun, so what should be the meaning of mahmudun? One who is praised. Mukamam mahmudan. Mukamam mahmudan. Right? A praiseworthy station. right? Praiseworthy station. So Mahmud is someone who is praised. And my dear sisters, the surf teaches you that you look at the word, and now you are going to know what is the story behind the word. If I give you a word, maqtulun, give me the meaning. Qatilun, one who kills. Maqtulun, one who is murdered. You already know half the game. One who is killed. One who, right? One who was killed. You understand how is it going to work? Nasirun, one who helps. Mansurun. Give me the meaning for Mansurun. One who is helped. Make sense? So you will look at the word, and again, you will know the meaning just because how the word structure is. And that is what the study of surf helps you with. Okay? It's going to tell you, okay, here your word is going to be treated as maf'ul, and this is what we are going to get the connotation from the word. Then comes your ism zarf. What do we know about ism zarf? You already know about ism zarf. We have done it several times. Noun, noun of time and place. Noun of time and place. Yes or no? Is this the definition that I have been covering with you all? I have told you, taught you, or whatever. I've been saying this word, noun of time and place. For example, if I give you a word yom, which means day, is it a specific word pattern, do you think? Okay. When it comes to ismu zarf, let me give you an example, and I hope that will, inshallah, make you understand. Let's just clear it all and start a new slate. Masjidun. Masjidun. What's the meaning of masjidun? Give me the meaning, my dear sisters. Okay. Very well done, Zohra. You're getting there. Yes. Seen, Jim, Dal. What are the root letters? Seen, Jim, Dal. Are the root letters. So now, when I put it in a container like maf'ilun, I got masjidun, a place where I do my sajda. Because, these root letters come from a word called sajda. So the place where I do my sajda is called masjid. So just knowing your root letters and your surf and the pattern of the word is going to tell you that this word this word has to do something with a place, okay, or a time. Compare this word to this word Iraq, or the word used in Quran, Babil, or the word used in Quran, Misr. Baba, Lam, or Mim, Sodra. Anything to do with anything? Or they are just the names of places? What do you think? No, they don't follow any structure. So they are Jamid, right? They are Jamid. But when I look at this word Masjidun, it is following a specific pattern. And the root letters are telling me that this will be the place where someone is going to do sajda. A lot of sajda is going to be done. Probably this is a place where people go and bow down and prostrate to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Maghribun. Same spellings. Maghribun. What does it tell you? Maghrib. Is it a just anything, or it is following a specific pattern? If I tell you that this can fit in this container, right? This can fit in this container, right? Maf'ilun has a container. Very well done. So it is a surfable word, right? Its root letters, container, surfable word is mushtaq. So can I translate it as time of sunset? Time of sunset or place of sunset? Huh? Can I do it like that? So, and is it different? Do you think this word maghribun is the same as isha'un or isha? Right? There's a difference. It's following a specific pattern that immediately helped me identify that this was ism zarf. This word that follows a specific pattern that fits in a specific container is going to be called ism zarf. These words can very well be labeled as zarf. All these are zaruf, right? Time, place. There are places, and this is time. There are also places and time. But I'm going to call masjid or maghrib as ism zarf, making some sense or no sense. And whatever we are going to do in the next few days is we are going to see how, by looking at word, we are going to find out if it is a place, if it is a doer, if it is a done to, or if it is fail madin or mudare, fail madi mabni lil majhul, or fail mudare al fail mudare mabni lil majhul, or if it is failul amr or failul nahi or al masdar. Masdar we have not done yet, so I did not go into masdar yet. Okay, so so far, some sense. Yes, your some zarf, your regular zarf, your zarf otherwise can be jamid word. Okay, so but there are the surfable zarf, the surfable zaruf are going to be called ismu zarf. Is it clear? Yeah, your jamid words are going to be can be zarf makan or zarf zaman, but your surfable word, that word that can be surfable, that you can find a container for, is going to be called ismu zarf. Everyone with me? I know those who have gone over surf before, it's easier for them. But for those who are doing it for the first time, inshallah, I'm going to try to make it very, very easy and simple for you all. Okay? No, Babylon. No, you're not going to see. No, no, no. You cannot say Babel. Even if it is following a certain pattern, my dear sister, you are not going to call it as Phylon. Still not going to call it Phylon. You will find some words. They will follow a certain pattern, but they will still be Jamid. Okay? So don't get confused there. And this is a good question, but we will leave them as such. Okay? Amin wa yaki. Okay. So let's just see. I will leave this for the rest, for the last, and I will just go over whatever we have done so far. When it comes to your family members, your fail madi, al mudare, al amr, you know it all. Yes or no? You have learned your words, your fail can be a positive sentence and it can be a negative sentence. Yes or no? Everyone knows about positive sentences. You can have negative sentences. We have gone over negation of jumla failure. We have gone over positive sentences several times in the past, right? Your fail madin, your fail mudare, ma'loom or mabni lil majhul can be positive. And if they are positive sentence, they are going to be called musbat jumla. If they are negative sentence, they are called manfi jumla. But you don't need to know the term, but the positive and negative works for me for now. Okay. You have learned if a doer is known, your fail is going to be, if you know the doer, ma'loom, and if you don't know the doer, it's going to be majhul, and you know how to spell them, right? So now coming back to something, we have not done this topic very, too much. Actually, I never touched upon this topic because this is a topic that was confusing. So I just left it for the last. Okay. You notice sometimes you see a fail or you see a sentence, a verbal sentence, even in English, you don't need to have a detail for that. I slept. Do I need to add a lot of details or a sentence makes complete sense? What do you think? Right? So I slept. That's it. I don't need to have I slept something. I slept someone. No, I don't need anything like that. I don't require any object. I don't require any detail there. I am walking or he's walking, does not need, and it's very self-explanatory. You don't need to go into details of that, right? Sometimes you will see certain jumlas that we have done in the past where you need to have a detail or maf'ul bihi to make complete sense. For example, if I give you a sentence, qatala Dawood, what is the meaning? Qatala Dawood, from Suratul Baqarah, translated. Dawood killed. Dawood killed. But are you not wanting to know who did he kill? Or it makes complete sense to you? You don't need any information other than that? If you are into history, you will definitely need more information. Okay, and it's an incomplete sentence. It's an incomplete, it's a complete sentence. um and it makes sense, but you still need more information, and you need an object, you need a detail for that. So if I give you a sentence now like qatala Dawudu Jaluta, does it make more sense? And it makes complete sense. And in Arabic, that fail that needs an object to make complete sense is going to be called al-failul mutaaddi. Al-failul mutaaddi, a fail that does not require anything. I slept does not need any more information, is going to be lazim. Yes. Yeah, lazim intransitive and al-mutaaddi transitive. Does that make sense or no? Hmm? Okay. For example, I opened. Is it a complete thought, my dear sisters? I need something. What did I open? I opened a box. I opened a door. I opened my car door or something. I need something. So fataha yaftahu is going to be al mutaaddi or lazim. Mutaaddi. I Because I need more information and that will make it complete, right? I ate. Do I need more information or no? I need more information, right? I ate an apple, right? So it is going to be mutaaddi, and it will take, you will see, there will be an objects attached to akala, and you will have, akala, this, right? So anything that will require an object, any fail that requires an object is mutaaddi, and a fail that does not require an object is going to be lazim. Okay? You know, Ustad taught us a way to find out whether your fail is mutaaddi or lazim. Let me give you that tidbit and see if it works for you all. Aisha, he said that if you can add someone and something to your fail, to your verb, that is going to be your mutaaddi fail. And if you cannot add someone and something to your fail, it's going to be your lazim fail. I ate something. I can add something, right? This word something. It makes sense? It's going to be mutaaddi or yes or no? I sleep something or I sleep someone. Make sense? No, it does not make any sense. So it's going to be lazim. That was his way of teaching us. Okay. If I can add someone or something to my translation, to my verb, to my verb translation, it's going to be mutaaddi. If I cannot add someone or something, it's going to be lazim. Okay. And they can be, a fine, you may have problems there too, but as a beginner, I think that might help you. So I sleep someone something does not make sense, but I ate something makes complete sense and it's going to be mutaaddi. I walk someone something, add someone something. Can I add someone something? No. So it is lazim. I laugh someone something. No, it's going to be can I laugh someone? Make sense? I laugh something? No, it does not make sense. So it's going to be again lazim. Because I have to use a preposition like I laugh at someone, but I have to add I have to add just like that, someone something. Okay, these are your things that you are going to add. Okay, yeah, but you cannot do that because you can write I slept on the bed, right? On the bed can be your detail, but you cannot use a preposition. That will be, if you have to use preposition, that becomes mutaaddi bil harf. But we want our fail to be mutaaddi without harf. Okay, we are trying to get understanding of mutaaddi without harf. We cannot add any harf. Okay, so these are the two verb forms that you also have to keep in mind. Don't have to worry much about it at this stage, but when it comes to when you are going to look into different families, because when we are going to learn about special features of all the families, then you will need to know about lazim and mutaaddi. That is why I brought this for you. Okay, for example, if I give you I helped, is it lazim or mutaaddi? I helped. Can you add someone and something there? Think about it, my dear sisters. I helped someone makes complete sense. So it is going to be mutaaddi. Nasar al Muslimu. Who did Muslim help? Nasar al Muslimu waladun. Waladan. He helped a Muslim helped a boy. Nasar al Muslimu nisa'an. So it can take direct object, right? So your lazim, small tip, someone in something. If you can add someone in something, for the most part, it's going to work. Okay. Okay. So then comes your last part. So the last part that you need to know is most of the words in Arabic that you have been learning, they are made up of how many root letters? I keep repeating it multiple times. So there are 3 root letters. You will come across words that are going to be 4 root letters. The 3 root letters, 3 goes with sulasi. And if there are more than 3 root letters, which is 4, it is going to be rubai. If a word has 4 root letters, it is going to be called rubai. Is it something understood, my dear sisters? Is it clear? If your word has a 4 root letters, the term used is rubai. If a word has a 3 root letters, the word is salasi. Yes, but this is different one. This is rubai is from arba'a. So arba'a means 4, right? Wahid isnan salasa arba hamsa. That from there 4, number 4. If your word is made up of 3 root letters in your fail madi or in form, If your word is made up of 3 root letters and has nothing in addition, it's going to be called Salasi Mujarrad. What is the term used for a word if it is just the 3 root letters, nothing added? The term is Mujarrad. The term is Mujarrad if it has nothing added. If a word is a 3 root lettered word and it has an extra letter, it has extra letters attached, it's going to be called Salasi Mazid Fihi. What do you think is the root letter for Mazid? I'm asking root letter. I'm not asking what's the meaning. Zai ya dal, right? Zai ya dal. Have you ever heard of this term ziyada? Right? Ziyada is used in Urdu and it is used in Arabic too. And ziyada has the same, almost same connotation. Ziyada is more, added, additional, extra, so all that. But nothing is extra in Quran, so it's just additional. Think of it as an additional, though I have extra letters just to go with the to make everything clear to you all. Okay, 3 root letters plus extra letters is going to be Salasi Mazid Fihi. If your word has 4 root letters and nothing added, what are you going to call that fail? You are just going to call it Mujarrad or Rubai Mujarrad? It's going to be your Rubai Mujarrad, right? Rubai Mujarrad, RM. Very good job. And if you have 4 root letters with an extra root letter, not extra root letter, 4 root letters plus extra letters, your word is going to be Rubai Mazid Fihi. Okay? Rubai Mazid Fihi. More in it. Okay? Added in it. There are additional letters in it. Okay? Everyone with me so far? So that this class seems very heavy today. Like, there's tons of information coming. Right? Anzala bi Rubai Mujarrad. If Anzala, if Hamza, if Hamza was the part of root letter, it would be Rubai. But Hamza is not part of root letter. This is the letter that belongs to the container. It is not the content. It belongs to a container. Sister Ranas, make sense or no sense? Not always. Hamza, not always. Aleph is going to be container. Aleph will belong to container, but Hamza can be the root letter too. And you have seen Akala. What are the root letters? Akala. Ajara. Sa'ala. Seen Hamza Lam. Hamza can be, the part of the root letters and it can be the content. But in Anzala, this Hamza is the part of container. Since it's a part of container, it's an extra letter. In addition to Noon Zailam, we are going to call it Salasi Mazid Fihi. Okay? Ba'asara, Ba'ain Thara. All are important letters. I cannot skip any letter. So all 4 Rubai Mujarrad. But there is nothing added. So Rubai Mujarrad. It's just plain, raw, simple, nothing added. When I add anything, and in Tasarbala, what do you think can be an added letter? What can be an additional letter or extra letter? Ta. Ta is something that is going to be not going to be the root letter. In most cases, you will see it will be the part of container. You will recognize, and this is the first class, my dear sister. This is the first formal class of Sir. So obviously it's going to be confusing, but inshallah things will start to make sense, inshallah, very soon. So I have a few words here The first family that we should go over is, I think, is an easy family, and that family is Babe Af'al. So the name of this family is If'al. So this If'al, think of it as like you have Maliks, Sandus, what else is the common, Kasodias, and the family names people have, and some have their husband's name right after their name, but some have used the family names as, as a last name, like Johnston. So think of If'al as that, okay? So this family, the special thing, let me introduce you to this family, okay? This family is very special in the sense that it has an extra letter. And the extra letter in this family is Hamza. Do you all know the difference between Hamza and Alif? I have 3 minutes left for the class. Do we all know the difference between Hamza and Alif? In this first line, do you have any Alif? Do you see any Alif in this first line? Look carefully, my dear sisters. Bad job. Bad job. Sister Zora, good job. Islaman has an Alif at the end. Any other Alif, my dear sisters? This is Alif after Lam. The first Alif in this line is this. This one? Are you talking about this one? This first letter? Sister Ranas? It's never going to be Alif. It's every straight line that has Fatha, Dhamma, Kasra, Sukoon. Every straight line that has Fatha, Dhamma, Kasra is going to be called Hamza. Every straight line with Fatha, Dhamma, Kasra, Sukoon is going to be called Hamza. Every straight line that can never carry any haraka is going to be called Alif. Remember that. Don't forget about your alifs. There are 2 alifs in the first line. Do you see any alif in the second line? Yes, there is one after Zai and then one after Lam. There is one after Lam and one after Ha in the third line. So number one thing you should know is the difference between alif and Hamza. Now, this extra Hamza of Babe If'al, this If'al family, which is also going to be called family 4 for ease, and because it's common now people use family 4, family 4, family 4, and it's more of a practice than Babe If'al, and it's easy too. So the number given to this family is family number 4 or form 4. You will see an extra Hamza in this family, okay? So can you see here, Aslama, Yuslimu, Islaman? So this is Aslama. What does it look like? Aslama. What does it look like? Madi, right? It's Madi. Yuslimu looks like Mudare. Muslimun. What's the translation for Muslimun? Aslama means he submitted. Yuslimu means he submits. Muslimun means one who submits, right? Uslima, translate, Uslima. What does it look like? He was made to submit. Yuslamu, he is made to submit. Muslamun, one who was or who is submitted. Who is made to submit? Again, one who is made to submit. It's talking about an ism. Can you see in this, this is how you're going to see your families, okay? You are going to have your fail madin, mudare, masdar, ism file, then you will have passive line, and along with passive you will see ism maf'ul, and then the last line will be failul amr and failul nahi, and then you will have ism zarf. This is the big picture that you will see. How many members in each family are there? Who remembers? 10 members. There are 10 members. I familiarize yourself with these 10 members, and I'm going to talk more about this family and about all the families, a general review of all the families in our next session, inshallah, on Wednesday. I will leave you with with family 4 now. I just want you to see how they look like, and we will go over masdar in our next session. Okay. Subhanak Allahumma wa bihamdik. Nashhadu an la ilaha illa anta nastaghfiruka wa natubu ilayk. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. And here